Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. Well, there's the Soul Ring. Not going to complain about that one. That's probably the best possible pack one pick one in terms of like maximizing your win rate. I personally find Black Lotus more fun because of the things you can do with it. But Soul Ring just playing a 4-drop on turn 2 is pretty good. So we're going to take that. Relic of Sauron, I've been incredibly impressed with. It is acceleration and card filtering and color fixing at the same time. So that's another card that I've just been very, very happy with. Let's read some new cards while we're here. We have the time. Torsten, Founder of Benalia. So 7 mana, 7/7. When it enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of creature and/or land cards from among them into your hand. And then when it dies, create 7 soldier creature tokens. So yeah, that's pretty good. Would be fun with Fast Bond just to put lands into play, but I mean, yeah, I'm pretty interested in that card. There's the Fast Bond and Exploration. Soul Ring makes me more interested in Jace the Mind Sculptor than I normally would be because again, 4 mana on turn 2, not bad. It also does go well in white decks, or sorry, it goes well in every deck, but like blue appreciates the acceleration. So I could take Jace. Sheldock's just good. You can do some really busted stuff with Sheldock, hitting Emrakul, Sneak Attack, Time Spiral, all that fun stuff. I haven't taken Fast Bond in a while, but I also haven't played like a control deck in a while, and Jace is looking at me because like Soul Ring would lend itself better towards like a deck that wants to play fewer lands, whereas Fast Bond lends itself towards a deck that wants to play more lands. I don't know. I don't think this is correct to take Jace here, but I just want to do it because I like playing with Jace. I know he's gotten power crept out of the format and he's nowhere near as good as he used to be and all of that stuff. I just like him. He's fun. So that's why I'm taking him. Here we have Misty Rainforces versus Tamio. There's also Nettlecyst that does go well with Soul Ring. Whenever a creature token you control enters, put a counter on it. Squad. What does Squad do? As an additional cast to cast this, you can pay 3 any number of times. Oh, I didn't even read that. Okay, so you can pay 3 to make copies of it, and the copies will get more tokens. That's actually pretty awesome. I think I'm just going to take Tamio here. I do love me Misty Rainforest, but Tamio plus Jace is a pretty fun combo. There's a Mystic Confluence. Thassa's Oracle, if we're thinking we're going to go that far down that road. I think I just take the Confluence. Staying blue, cutting blue pretty hard, can keep it open for us in the future. Tamio is pretty bad with Oath of Druids, but I do love Oath of Druids. I could take Volcanic Island. Good fixing is hard to come by, and that's great fixing. I love Karn, but I already took Jace. Again, in hindsight, probably Karn would be better to have than Jace just because it keeps you more open, but we're already in blue and things are going well, so I'm going to take a Volcanic Island. And there's a lot of good stuff now. There's a Chandra. I do love Chandra. Titania is really good. If you can get like Zuranorb or even just some fetch lands, she can make a lot of power very quickly. Chalice to go with Soul Ring does make 4 mana Planeswalkers better. So I would have liked to have picked up Chalice before I take Chandra, but I just like Chandra like an unreasonable amount. So I think I'm just going to take her here because it's more just like this is the kind of deck I feel like playing right now rather than this is the deck that I think is optimal. And I try to make that distinction a lot for people watching because people ask like, Caleb, why did you take this card? I'm like, I explained very clearly I was in the mood. I'm not playing Vintage Cube to try and win. This is just a fun league. What even is this card? They came from the pipes. Manifest Dread twice. Whenever a face down creature control enters, draw a card. So 5 mana, make 2 2/2s, draw 2 cards. It's kind of like a weird Muldrifter. I'm interested. I'm gonna take it to Fairy though. We're just playing Planeswalker control right now, and I'm not mad about it. Pentad Prism is a lot worse than Talisman when it comes to like playing it off of Soul Ring. So I like Talisman. Inspiring Vantage can let me have more fixing towards Chandra and Teferi, which I'm interested in. Oliphant can grab a Volcanic Island as well. I kind of actually like Oliphant more than Inspiring Vantage, so we're gonna take that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a really good set of cards. I mean, I could just take Little Teferi and be full on Jeskai. This is rough because I also want Steam Vents and Flame Slash and Relic of Sauron. But I mean, yeah, we'll just take Teferi. That much Teferi going around also like maybe suggests that I shouldn't be red and I should just be straight blue-white. This pack's also quite terrible for us. I could take Sign of Draco in case I end up with very insane fixing. I don't foresee myself playing this card, but you never know. Nettle Cyst, Ephemerate, Concealed Curtains, Delayed Blast, Fireball. You damage each opponent and each creature they control. Seems okay. Ephemerate does have some like really high upside. If I end up like blue-white, I can do some stuff there. But I think just the raw power of instant speed Pyroclasm with upside is probably better. And this can also do 5. We'll try it. I mean, that's what we're here for. Turn 1, Soul Ring, suspend Delayed Blast Fireball or Foretell it or whatever, and then we could do turn 4, 5 damage, Flame Wave your opponent. I think I have to take Eagles of the North for plane cycling. I could take Hedge Maze, but I think the mana in this deck is going to be a little bit dubious, so I need to maximize my chances of if I pick up any blue-white duels or a blue-red duel, now suddenly I have like okay mana. So I'm kind of just taking these as effectively a tapped dual land with downside almost. But they do fill your graveyard for stuff like Important Oculus. This artwork is so cool. Third Path Iconoclast. I'm gonna take Bloodbraid Challenger, honestly. I know Third Path Iconoclast is fine, but this deck is very much the like tap out control variant. And I have a lot of, with Jace and Chandra, playing this cascading into Chandra and Jace is quite good. I have the possibility to end up in 5 color just because Oliphant Eagles effectively kind of act like fetch lands. So we kind of have 2 different directions we can go. We end up Sign of Draco, Bloodbraid Challenger, could be cool. I don't think this is a direction that I will end up in, but you never know. Wow, I've been getting Tinker so many times. This is unfortunately not a Tinker deck, but I feel like I just keep opening this card. They're like, please play Tinker. It's much, I mean, it's one of the best cards in Magic. I think it is stronger than so many cards in the cube. I'm gonna take Fire Ice. Fits in our colors. It's quite good. This is not really a Mother of Runes deck. We don't have many creatures to defend against. This card's okay. I don't think we're really like a tempo-y deck. I'm just gonna take Fire Ice and then hope to wheel Dismember or Unexpectedly Absent. Or if we end up in the 5 color deck, we could take a Troll of Khazad-dûm. But I don't really want more than like 2 of these because eventually you would like to count them as lands in your deck. But if you had infinite of them, you couldn't count them as lands because there's no lands to fetch. So there's some middle ground where they're useful and you can count them as lands. And I think 2 is around that point. Any more than that, and you run into some weird stuff where, if you only have 12 lands, you could just have an opening hand that's Oliphant, Eagles of the North, and no lands, and that feels pretty bad, I think. This is actually potentially a good Goldspan Dragon deck because I have a lot of like chunky, expensive stuff, and the acceleration is relevant. He's a bit tempo-y, but we're not quite there yet. I need something like Coalition Relic to help us get the mana to play spells first. So this is a good Coalition Relic deck, just because of all of our kind of expensive threats. Arid Mesa, I probably just have to take. Fury looks really good. Solitude, Abrade, like this pack is really strong. But Arid Mesa grabs Volcanic Island, and that's effectively a tri-land in this deck, so we will take it. Passing up on a lot of good cards. But what's the point of good cards if you can't play any of them? Here, well, there's the Jitte. Probably not taking that. There's Galvanic Discharge, Jace, Undercity Sewers, not quite Thought Scour territory. So we could take Undercity Sewers, and that would like open up something like Leyline Binding. I do like Jace as well, but I think this is probably just Galvanic Discharge. Cheap removal, helps us stay alive. It does pair pretty well with like Oliphant Eagles of the North too. The energy mechanic is a bit clunky. I wish this just was like deal 3 damage to a creature Planeswalker. But I know there is some upside for other energy cards, like you can generate energy and then this does more damage. But in terms of cubing, 95% of the time, I don't know if there's any other energy cards in the cube. 95% of the time, this is just going to be 3 damage. But I think I can just take it knowing that's the case and not be too mad about it. It's basically just a strictly worse lightning bolt in this deck. And I would be happy with just lightning bolt, so. Talisman of Dominance does help us get to our 4s and 5s faster. Unfortunately, not exactly on color. Lush Portico, tapped land can help us cast the Bloodbraid Channeler if we want more Surveil. Brazen Bar was just some good interaction to help us stay alive as well. What does this do? It's an equipment. Oh, whoa, what? 3 mana, get a creature back from your graveyard and equip it, and it gets +2/+2 in Vigilance. Not for this deck, but that's a good card. I think this is just a Brazen Borrower. Talisman does help with our curve. Actually, I think I'm going to take this Talisman. It just helps with our curve a little bit more. There's a Displacer Kitten. Do I just take that card? Displacer Kitten lets me activate Planeswalkers over and over and over again. Unfortunately, I have to play the Planeswalker and then play another spell. And I think Ledger Shredder's probably just better for keeping me alive. This card's so good though. Like I can blink Soul Ring to get more mana. I can blink any of these Planeswalkers to go nuts. Yeah, okay, we'll try it. This has the highest upside, and I'm okay with that. I mean, like, Displacer Kitten, Skyclave Apparition seems okay. I don't think this deck can afford double white, so I'd probably just take Daze or Mind Stone, but, like, that's pretty nasty. Uro would also be pretty nice in this deck. We can't really cast him, but I wouldn't complain. I think I just take the Daze. It's really nice, like, you tap out for an expensive card, and then your opponent tries to kill it, and you just Daze it. So I don't think we have the fixing for Scion or Bloodbraid Challenger. We barely have the fixing for the colors we're currently in. Okay, that's some good stuff. Spar's Headquarters. You know what? I literally just said all that. Maybe this could get in there if I do end up running Spar's Headquarters. Yeah, I mean, I would like Sparbluff Canal, but this is a blue-white land that Arid Mesa and Eagles of the North can find. It can't hit Oliphant, I don't think. But yeah, I think I take this. And I take Unexpectedly Absent, I guess. I mean, I could take Piggy Bank. It just like sits in play and then turns into a treasure, so it's like a decent blocker. I have this. When it attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of up to one other target non-token creature you control. I mean, I'm not really... I guess I could get Displacer Kitten, and that would be kind of nuts. I'm going to take Absent. It's the highest upside just in case my mana gets like good enough to play it. Here's where we need to decide. Goldspan Dragon, Brain Surge, Cryptic Command. I mean, there's some discussion about Basalt Monolith, but I don't think this is the deck for that. Cryptic Command is really good, but I don't think I think this is Tubby Dragon's time to shine. I'm not guaranteeing he's gonna make it in here, but it's looking promising. We have so many tapped lands in this deck. I could grab Savannah if I really want Bloodbraid Challenger. I could just take a Braid as some good interaction. Jetmir's Garden. I mean, okay. I can play Bloodbraid Challenger now for sure. I could also play Tameo given all this fixing, and Leyline Binding is kind of good too. I don't have like the best combos with Tameo, so I think I just take the Binding. And I get Brazen Borrower. Okay, you know, we're not doing too terribly. This card's good. A good reason. I could play Uro now. Okay. Yeah. This deck is turning into an abomination, and I'm here for it. We get a whole nother pack to figure out the mana. This goes here. Absent is somewhere around here. I almost want to cut Daze just to make the Cascade better. Bring to Light is not that great because it can get Planeswalkers. It can get Displacer Kitten though, which is something. Taiga Mountain Forest can hit both of my splash colors. The Wandering Emperor is double white, which is so hard for this deck to do. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you know what? That's also a possibility. Spell Pierce is pretty bad with Bloodbraid Challenger. I kind of want to take this card. Taiga is also an option if I want to just make sure I can play the green cards. There's only 2 of them, but if I want to escape Uro, I'm going to need something like Taiga, unless I draw Coalition Relic or Goldspan Dragon. I guess Fable the Mirror Breaker also makes treasure tokens. I'll just take that for now. That's probably the safest pick. I forget how good this card is so often, and then people are like, yo, this card is very good. And then I take it and play it, and it is good. Snapcaster, not doing a whole lot. I'm just going to take Meticulous Archive. Seems pretty important here. Counterspell. Thundering Falls. Talisman of Conviction, actually, probably is the play. Yeah, getting red or white is great. Counterspell, again, good. But this deck isn't really like the hold up counter magic kind of deck. We tap out for threats, and then we use Displacer Kitten to just kill our opponents very quickly. Reprieve, Expressive Iteration, Horizon Canopy, Treasure Cruise. We can Trinket Mage for a Soul Ring, but that's a little bit slow. I could Reprieve Bloodbrain Challenger. That's not really a combo, but it's not as much of a nombo as the other ones. I don't know what to take here. Iteration is just good value, but I have so many good expensive cards. I don't think I need that. I could take a 1 of Treasure Cruise because of how much like discarding and stuff I have. I'll take a Treasure Cruise. Talisman of Prowess, Fabled Passage. Wait, is this a balanced deck? I have a ton of Planeswalkers. It's also a Talisman of Progress deck, though. That's the problem. Balance is insane here. I don't have any board wipes. A bunch of Planeswalkers. Artifact mana. I want this. It might come around. I think I take Balance. Lorna of the Third Path. Mystical Tutor can grab basically Balance. I don't think that's that good. But I don't know what else I'm taking. Maybe Lauren for the sideboard. Or the main deck. Hey, Lauren revealed. Or Omnath. Wait a second. I don't have many fetch lands. I don't think we can really do the Omnath thing. Lauren revealed, though, gives us pretty good mana fixing. All of our mana is going to be very slow if we take that. So I could take just like Tarfire or Subtlety. But Lauren revealed, again, just grabs any of our lands, and the 5 mana draw card is pretty good. So I will take that. It's going to be really hard for this deck to flood, basically. So these are lands. This is probably going to be like 18 land, including these as land. And cutting, I don't think I want Oculus if I have Treasure Cruise, and given the choice, I would choose Treasure Cruise. Tamio is okay. Not amazing, but that's fine. Spellseeker can grab nothing crazy. Retrofitter Foundry gives us some kind of late game plan. Flicker Wisp, double white is tough. Shifting Woodland is funny, but I've learned it does not combo with Planeswalker. I don't think I need this kind of a mana sink. I'm just going to take Esper Sentinel for something like the Mirror. Okay, so it's really the Wandering Emperor versus Thieving Skydiver. And I think Skydiver has more upside against so many decks. 3 mana, Steal a Mox. Double white is going to be tough. Yeah, I'll take that. Probably not main deck it, although honestly this card is main deckable a lot of the time. And I am mana hungry, so stealing mana artifacts seems quite good. I guess these 3 cards are somewhat of a non-bow with Chandra. Okay, I've heard about this card. When this or another creature control with mana value 4 or greater dies, make 2 creature tokens. Yeah, it's fine. Occult Epiphany. Draw X cards, discard X cards, create a spirit for each card type among cards discarded this way. So I could do like value. Sorry, I ran out of time here. I'm going to take Occult Epiphany. I don't think that was necessarily the correct pick, but it was the pick I came up with. It helps enable Treasure Cruise, and I have some creatures and stuff to discard for value there. I will take a Thundering Falls. My mana is just going to enter tapped, except for, I mean, I could take Expressive Iteration. Horizon Canopy will damage me, but it helps me play Uro. I think I have enough playables. I'll just take that card. Temple Garden probably better than Horizon Canopy. Never playing any of these. There was Anger and Survival of the Fittest, though. Mutavault. There was Magda somewhere. Okay. I want to put these in the sideboard before it sorts my cards for me, and then I just I can't forget to pull them out. I mean, it's gonna be hard for this deck to flood. I am not sold on Displacer Kitten. But let's go through the things we have that's good with it. Um, we have Teferi, Fable the Mirrorbreaker, Jace, Chandra. This is Cascade. Teferi. Yeah, not enough. This card is absolutely broken, don't get me wrong, but not necessarily here. So that's that, and this is more fixing. 25, so I want to cut at least 2 cards. I mean, this card is nice because main deck, some decks are just going to lose to 2 damage, but 5 damage can clear up most boards. So it's a good like early game play, and then late game does a lot of stuff too. I might just get rid of Occult Epiphany. I do love Unexpectedly Absent, but I don't think I have the mana for it. I guess we'll see. So this would be 17 land with 3 of these. I probably want to run 18 land with 3 of those. And I think I just sideboard the Thieving Skydiver. Yeah, that feels okay to me. Because it's like, how am I ever flooding in this deck? I don't know if I run Horizon Canopy. I mean, I can grab green off of the fetch. How many green sources do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 green sources is plenty, and that was excluding Horizon Canopy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I have 7 green sources. I think that's enough without Horizon Canopy. And Temple Garden I like more because it's fetchable by all of these. I just don't want to do damage to myself. I'll side in Horizon Canopy in matchups where I think not flooding out is relevant, but I don't think this deck is going to flood out. So we have quite a bit of double blue, and my blue sources right now are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, not bad. This mana is not terrible. How much white sources do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could probably run Unexpectedly Absent. I don't know what I cut for it, but I do really like that card. I think everything else here is better. White mana. I don't think I need white. I think I'm just going to add blue and red. 40 cards, 15 lands, but with 3 land fixers is basically 18 land. Yeah, this deck looks awesome. Got a decent sideboard too. See you all round 1. All right, we're playing against Pawsey. So this is an example where Lorien Revealed is not a land. I wouldn't keep this with 1 land anyway, but just pointing it out. This is a very, very... Well, it's not that slow, actually. I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to get rid of... On the draw... Confluence? Is that crazy? I'm on the draw. I could get rid of Eagles, but I do need another blue. I'll get rid of Eagles. I've got quite a few draw steps to hit lands. Okay, balance should be good in this matchup. Okay, given that I actually will play this. If they somehow natural order, Oliphant, I don't think I need, although it does sort of guarantee that I can get up to Teferi. So I guess I will put that on top. Because next turn I get to go Jetmir's Garden cycle or like Mountain Talisman cycle. Okay, really glad. They had Wasteland, so... Wasteland is pretty good against this deck. That's why I personally take it very highly. Play this. Next turn I can go Talisman, cycle Oliphant for Volcanic. Wrist the Hunger Tide. Yeah, he's a good card. Kind of all in on drawing balance soon. Or the Fire Blast thing would be really good. Lorien Revealed. So we get to go Mountain, Talisman. And I think we just cycle Oliphant for Volcanic. Grist can make me kill Planeswalkers, right? Yeah, that's not great. Pretty hard to beat this start. With my deck, anyway. Take 3. Let's cycle this. Grab Volcanic. I could grab Thundering Falls, but if I draw like Chandra here, I'd much rather draw Volcanic. Or Jace. Yeah, play Volcanic. I think I do just cash in this Jace to Brainstorm. It's like Brainstorm and gain some life. What is this? We're gonna animate. Wait, what? It goes away though. What is happening? Put it on the battlefield when it leaves. Okay. When it attacks? What is happening? Why are they doing this? This is just gonna die at the end of turn, right? Weird. Anyway, Tamio can block pretty well. Teferi kind of just dies to Grist. But if they swing out, I get to Bloodbraid Challenger into Grist, which I like. So I think I'm going to bottom Teferi and Mystic Confluence. I mean, it does kill a bunch of creatures and draw cards. Maybe we'll just get rid of Tamio. I already played a land. Okay. So I have no clue why they Necromancy the Oliphant. Maybe they thought it would stay in play. Sylvan Library is fine. So Bloodbraid Challenger, attack into Grist, put it to 1, hopefully cascade into something good. Oh, no, they have the insect. No! My bane. Jace down. I mean, Jace was 4 mana Brainstorm, gain 3 life. I've heard of worse things. Draw Tamio. So we're going to Arid Mesa, shuffle away Teferi. I'm just going to grab a mountain. We played this. Cascade. Fire Ice? Fire Ice would be so good. Soul Ring is not bad. The question is, do I attack Grist? I think the answer is yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can hit me for 5. Now they can hit me for 4. Hopefully they just downtick Grist on Bloodbraid Champion. I guess I don't want to F6 because I have Daze. I also think I probably just have to Lorien Revealed cycle for an island. Because I have double blue, like 3 blue cards I want to play. Currency Converter, sure. They just activate Grist, so they're not killing the Bloodbraid Champion, but they're going to loot with Currency Converter, sure. Oh, Flip Tamio is pretty good on this board. I could just go Tamio Mystic Confluence, and then uptick. And then Grist can just kill my Tamio. We won't talk about that. Okay, let's Island Cycle. Just grab Island. Ooh, ye old Goldspan Dragon. Look at him go. Is Goldspan Dragon here to save the day? I think so. Okay. So I can attack with Goldspan. That makes my treasures better, and I'll have 5 mana after Goldspan. So I could just hold up Mystic Confluence, or I can Mystic Confluence to bounce an insect that makes it so it can't block Grist. Yes, do that. Goldspan Dragon. Look at Tubby Dragon here to save the day. Play this. We attack. Grist. Turn off auto yields, make a treasure token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mystic Confluence. So I'm going to bounce an insect token. I think I just bounce 2 insects and draw a card, because then I only take 3 damage next turn. I go to 5. I am competing with Sylvan Library, but I do have Daze. Yeah. Maybe I should have bounced the 3rd insect, but I think just getting 1 card in hand is pretty good. Okay, so that's just cycling. Okay. All right, well, they need a top deck. They have Sylvan Library to potentially do so. But basically the reason I bounced like this, I didn't want to be dead to Questing Beast off the top. I don't know every card in the game now because there's so many. What is this? Am I gonna daze a Court of Calling for 8 or something? Hogak. He's an 8/8. Okay. Got a Hogak. That's definitely something. They should have... Was Hogak in their bin? I don't actually know. I feel like they played Hogak from their hand instead of discarding him and then convoking him. But I could be wrong. Hogak, huh? Teferi's pretty good against Hogak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Teferi. Teferi will bounce Hogak. 3rd from the top. So they can basically just get it off Sylvan Library, but they can't exactly cast it. Okay, they just scoop. Okay, I'm glad they scooped, because I did not feel like I was completely out of the water yet. Harvester of Misery. I could, in theory, double splash this card. I don't think I need to. I think we just... The deck's good. I mean, we'll take it. We got Balance. We got Soul Ring, Coalition Relic. I will keep this hand, but it is a lot of lands. This is a good situation to have this. It's not the best card, but it is in theory castable. Exploration in the Elves deck. I actually like to see that. Unless they're playing like Ramanov Excavator Strip Mine, because I know I saw Wasteland from them. As far as headquarters. So I could have double blue next turn, but not double red. Okay, we'll do this. Soul Ring into Talisman. Pretty good turn 1. Pass. Next turn, I can Coalition Relic and Thundering Falls. They put Deathrite on the bottom. I'm curious what they're digging for. I mean, this looks good for us. We have a Surveil, we have Cycling, and they're down to 2 cards in hand with no pressure besides a currency converter. And I have a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Don't mind if I do. Play Jace. They might just concede to this, to be honest. Okay, Jace. I can bounce the elves, but honestly, I don't care that much about the elves. Let's just draw. Okay. I could play Mountain and kill the elves now. So let's do that. And I don't need to draw Spar's headquarters. I really don't need to draw Eagles of the North. Although I guess I could just Eagles of the North for like Hallowed Fountain or whatever. I think I have one of those. Yeah, I'm just going to discharge the elves. Put these 2 back. Play my Mountain. Pass turn. And I'm going to pass because they're probably going to currency converter and then I just kill Fyndhorn Elves after they've done the thing. Yeah, we're definitely killing this. Okay, I'll let them Hogak if they want to. Okay, kill this. This is why we first picked Jace. I just like this play pattern of play Jace, brainstorm. If they don't kill him, you basically win the game. Yeah, they have Fastball and Exploration. They must have like some weird combo. I think I kind of want to Fate Seal with Jace. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we'll just draw the land. They do have Currency Converter to try and loot into something. I mean, I know 2 of the top 3 cards are just lands. Let's cycle off Soul Ring here. Grabbing Temple Garden. Brainstorm with Jace. I could Fate Seal, but they have looting, so I'm not like super interested in it. I have Goldspan Dragon, which I like a lot. Let's put back Island Temple Garden. 1, 2. Yeah, unfortunately I have to play land here. Mechanic, Goldspan. Attack for 4, make a treasure. Can't do anything with the treasure besides Cyclorian Revealed, which it gets rid of the lands I put back. They're just looting, which makes sense. Oh, ooh, Cycling Unearth is spicy. Except they choose not to put it under Currency Converter. That's interesting. If they put Unearth under Currency Converter, they could have almost cast Hogak this turn. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So this can now kill Jace. What? Rude. They did not want to kill Jace, apparently. Couldn't they have just tapped this to kill Jace? Maybe I'm missing something. There's 2 like basic lands on top of my deck. But I think that's okay because I just get to go like this, cast Lorien Revealed. And brainstorm with Jace. Okay. Don't need this many lands. I have Coalition Relics, I don't really need Temple Garden. I have a bunch of mountains, so we'll do that. Then I get to play an island. Attack with Goldspan Dragon. Look at Goldspan Dragon go. Pretty good when your hand has 7 cards in it. And I think instead of playing Teferi here, I'm just going to hold up Mystic Confluence. Because I can bounce the Rogue, counter something scary. If they kill Jace, it's fine. I almost wonder if I'm just supposed to cast Oliphant there. They have Channel. Okay, well, I'm glad Okay, so they're doing a bunch of unfair stuff. It does feel good to win these. So they can put Channel into the bin. Hogak costs 5. They can't currently do that. If they cast Hogak, it's fine. I guess they didn't Soul Cauldron because they just want to play Hogak. Necromancy. They can get back Eagles of the North. I guess now's the time. Counter target spell unless it's pays 3 and bounce 2 creatures. 1, 2. I guess I can hold up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like, I'm not that scared because I still have days up. And so like, if they had, I don't even, Ancestral Recall into Channel, like they've already shown that they don't have that. So let's shuffle with Oliphant. Okay, see you all next round. All right, we're playing as Gwento. We're on the play. I've been winning die rolls lately, which helps a lot. This hand is good. I don't have red, but that's okay. Don't have red, has Chandra in hand, not a big deal. I could do Surveil. I could Daze. Honestly, Daze with Surveil Land is pretty good. I will put that into my graveyard. Because next turn, I'm going to play Talisman. And I need a green source for Uro. So basically, any land we can find that isn't blue, I will take. You can see my hand. They can see the greed. Okay, though. Basically, if we draw any of the land cyclers, I can pitch them, like play Talisman and then land cycle for the green, white, red. Although they enter tapped, so I might just have to. Deathrite Shaman. Honestly, we're going to daze that. They knew I had daze and they played into it, but this card just is going to be so much value for them that I just have to counter that, I think. And I don't want to daze next turn. Setmir's Garden. Okay. I will play that because that lets me Galvanic Discharge and stuff. Maybe they didn't see the daze? Ah, they just had Psychic Frog. So I can Galvanic Discharge just to make them discard 2 cards. I don't think that's really great. So I think I just play this Talisman here. Yeah, Psychic Frog is completely busted. I know I've like heard a lot about it. It got banned in Legacy, I think, which is it's hard to do. Hard to do that. The art is amazing. I'm sad it's like too broken. But it does like a lot of stuff. Like the more I look at this card, the more I'm just in awe at how much stuff it does. Because it's a card advantage engine, it's a clock, and it's its own source of evasion that can kill planeswalkers and stuff. And it also draws cards when it hits planeswalkers. Yeah, that's nuts. They draw a card. They're up to 7 cards in hand. I don't like that. But my goal is to somehow get up to Teferi, and then I can try and trick them into discarding cards with Psychic Frog and then bounce it with Teferi or something. I have quite a few answers to this card. None of them is blocking, though. I don't have many creatures in the deck. And there are many colors. Arid Mesa. Okay, so I could just play Chandra. He kind of just dies to Psychic Frog. I want to play Uro. They could have Mana Tithe. I'm always scared of that card. So I think I'm going to play Arid Mesa, play Uro. So we will draw the card. And I can respond to the Surveil trigger. So, and I wouldn't mind drawing more lands, so I don't really want to thin my deck. Okay, so we're going to put this into play. Surveil 1. I'm going to fetch now. I can grab a tapped land. That would just give me even more mana in the future. I'm just deciding if I want to hold up Galvanic Discharge at this moment. And I think the answer is probably yes. I'm going to grab a Volcanic. Then I get to Surveil. I will put that on top. Now we definitely have an answer to Psychic Frog. I can trade Galvanic Discharge for 2 cards in their hand. I don't know how good that is. I think it's a Brain Surge. Maybe this card is better than I'm giving it credit for. Actually, it seems good. It's Divination with major upside at instant speed. Wow. Wait, wait. There's so much power creep going on. Holy cow. Maybe I should try that card out. I keep getting past it and not playing it. But yeah, I guess I have like nostalgia for something like Fact or Fiction because I'm used to playing it, but this seems similar. They have so many cards in hand, so I don't really want to try and kill the Psychic Frog because they're just going to use cards in hand for it. Okay, discard a land, make Psychic Frog bigger. So if they pass without spending any mana, I'm probably just going to pass with Leyline Binding and try and Leyline Binding the Psychic Frog and then untap into Fairy. If they tap out for a spell, then I'm just gonna slam Teferi and then try and Leyline Binding the frog. Discard another land, sure. I take 3. Yeah, this card is so crazy. It's a 2-mana must answer threat that also has some synergy and like enabler. Like it enables synergy. When he's tapped, he's looking face up. I like that. He looks normal here. Like here he looks sideways, but he's just looking right at us now. My opponent is almost down 4 minutes on the clock and they've played 4 cards. I know I play a bit slow, especially when I come back to like a new format. Valky, God of Lies, just takes a creature. Okay, that's fine. I don't have any creatures. I probably will just discharge the Valky. Try and keep my planeswalkers alive and stuff. So they have 2 mana up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mountain. Yeah, I mean, just playing Teferi here would be so good if he resolved. What do I think are the odds that Teferi resolves? Because this costs... I have everything but Swamp, so this costs 2 mana right now. So I can't Teferi into Leyline Binding. Otherwise, that would be the easy play. I could see if Leyline Binding resolves and then try and play Chandra. I kind of like doing that. This does give them like more mana usage. Because I could wait and then try and Leyline Binding on their turn. The problem, I guess, is if they counter this, I can't really play Chandra because it just dies to the frog. But I'm glad it didn't. Play Chandra. Yeah, I'll just do 2 damage to them. Not gonna play Balance. Balance also would have dealt with the frog, I guess. I love that they didn't do anything with the 2 mana as well. Man, their mana is really... Their mana base is not great as far as I've seen. I don't have any responses, so I guess I just F6. Also, I guess a point of note, they didn't counter either Leyline Binding or Chandra, and they have half their deck in their hand. So I'm just going to assume their deck doesn't have that much counter magic. Barrow-Goyf. He's a 4/5 that gets around Chandra. They're still holding up 2 mana, but like, it doesn't feel like anything in particular. So let's uptick Chandra. Well, I can uptick Chandra and see what I hit. Let's start there, I guess. Eagles of the North. I could just cast this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. It's not great, but it doesn't even block Barrow-Goyf. It's a creature. I don't think I cast it. Let's go land Teferi. They reprieve Teferi. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Glad it didn't cast Eagles. Because then they would just hold up reprieve. So they can attack Chandra for 4. And the lifelink's a little bit troublesome, but I think we got... Oh, they're attacking me? What? Oh, because they mill and then get back Valky? Lurrus of the Dream Den. Okay, you know what? Lurrus getting back Marionette Apprentice. Okay, I'm seeing what their deck is doing now. I'm not too scared of it. Although I do wish I had Balance still in my deck. It would like empty their board, make them discard their hand. It would be pretty good. What is this? Exile target creature or planeswalker. And they have double blue up. I mean, they could have counter magic. This costs 6. I don't have enough, so I'm just going to play Teferi. If they do counter it, you know, oh well. They almost certainly have something. Mana Drain. You know, okay. They would have had to just draw these cards. That grows their Barrow-Goyf outside of this range as well. But they didn't have Mana Drain 2 turns ago. And then they drew Reprieve, because they didn't have Reprieve either. So, I don't know. You can't play around to the top of your opponent's deck. Unless you're playing Lantern Control. There's gonna be like some big Eldrazi in the Lurrus deck. I know it. Okay, never mind. Just Lurrus. This is becoming a problem. I need a way to do 1 damage to Barrow-Goyf, because this only does 5. I can't believe they had Mana Drain. You wouldn't expect it from a deck like this. Caustic Bronco, Elia. Yeah, they got some stuff going on. They get back Felia, so that's coming my way. There's a mountain. I don't have double green for Uro, so I guess I just wait for them to play Thalia. I might even just have to concede because, well, no, I think, oh, they don't even have white mana to play Thalia. Ugh. Is this a may or a must? You may mill that many cards. So they milled 5. I wonder if I could deck them. Whenever a creature dies, I lose 1 life. So I would lose 3 with Borrow Guy, puts me to 1. I couldn't even fetch. I think I'm just going to concede. I don't want to show them what my Foretold card is. Okay. I'm not that scared of their deck. I just got pretty unlucky with the draws. So they have some counter magic. I think the deck is fine. Interestingly, they can Valky like my Oliphant. Alright, on the play again. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep this. We will lead on a Jetmir's Garden. So I have the mana for Chandra, I have the mana for Teferi, I have the mana for Balance. They have a lot of ways to look at my hand, but I'll have Daze up on turn 2. And I'm less scared about Deathrite Shaman because I have Balance to clear their board. I mean, of course they have it, but they didn't show any fetches really, so it might just attack for 1. Okay, their mana's looking better now. Take 1, I will probably Daze a Frog. Okay, they're just holding up the reprieve thing or whatever. Okay, I got good removal now. I don't think I need to discharge the Deathrite Shaman yet. It's hitting me for 1. But I Daze Ophelia. No, I think I just discharge Ophelia. Take 1. Okay. Alright, deck land. Pressure Cruise. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Running 18 land sources plus 2 talismans and a soul ring, so like 2/3 of the remaining cards in my deck are mana sources of some kind. Voidwalker is fine. That one probably eats a discharge. Although honestly, Balance is looking pretty tempting. I might just wait and then balance everything. But I think I'm just going to discharge this. It's not super scary. And it just makes it so that their clock is much... Okay, so I do 2. Their clock is so much slower. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I will play that one, and I will Daze if they try and counter it. Because Daze is basically Force of Will in this spot, since I haven't played a land yet. I just get to pick up a land and then immediately replay it. Oh, that just resolves. Okay, not mad about that. What if they end of turn Thalia and then blink the Goblin? Do I Daze that? Yeah, right. Exile anything? I'll probably Daze that, as much as I hate to do it. Because the Shaman can give me treasure tokens, and that makes Balance a lot better. Because I'm going to kill a bunch of their lands, but have my treasure tokens around. Especially if I can, like, attack Goblin into something to suicide and then Balance, that could be okay. The draw 2, discard 2 also makes Fable a bit better. Although, honestly, Deathrite Shaman is annoying in that regard. They do nothing? Okay. That's interesting. Let's say yes. I'm going to discard Mystic Confluence and Treasure Cruise. Those are good. I'm not mad about those. Okay, let's move to combat. Attack. And honestly, I'm just going to play a tapped Temple Garden here. They're holding up clearly Mana Drain or Counter Magic of some sorts, and they can hit me for 2 with Deathrite Shaman. It's not that big of a deal because I just discarded Treasure Cruise. So they have to tap out for something. No attacks, no blocks, no plays. We love it. Okay. Balance is looking worse because I'm very far ahead now, I think. Brazen Borrower is also pretty good. Let's go attack with... I guess I'll play an island. Then I will attack with the Goblin Shaman. I just I don't have to do anything until my opponent makes a move. They're missing land drops and not making plays holding up Mana Drain. There's no reason for me to try something. I'm getting mana, I'm getting card advantage. Soon I'm going to be able to double Goblin Shaman. They're just I could be wrong, but the way they're playing just feels like someone who has Reprieve Mana Drain and a Dream. And doing 2 damage to me a turn isn't going to cut it. Okay, they get an island. Their mana is looking better this game. And they killed that. So I get to draw a card too. Okay, not mad about that. They don't even have black mana up for Deathrite Shaman activation now. This can only block flyers. I think the way I want to play this, 2, 3, I just want to use. I just want to play the Brazen Borrower and start hitting them for damage. And I want to do it now just in case they. I don't need to Petty Theft a Deathrite Shaman. And I want to do it now so if they mana drain, they only get the mana on their second main. That's the reasoning. No blocks. Okay. I could Bloodbraid Challenger here. If they reprieve, it's not that big of a deal. If they mana drain, it's kind of annoying. I'm missing 5 mana, and if it's just reprieve, it's fine. If it's I'm trying to think what they could do with an additional 5 mana off mana drain. Probably not a ton that balance couldn't stop. So let's just try it and see what happens. I need green. Green. Yeah, Soul Ring. I really hope it's just reprieve. Mana drain would be devastating, but not hopefully not that bad. Oh, okay. They have counterspell and mana drain? Okay, well counterspell I'm not worried about at all. Make a treasure token. Wait. I can also play like Jace or Chandra here because they're tapped out. I love that. I think I like Jace a little bit more. They have days? Okay. They're playing so much counter magic. It's really good to know for game 3. Like their deck is just a bunch of counter magic. I need something. Oh, sorry, I just hit my microphone. Use sideboard. Do I have Retrofitter Foundry in this deck? No. I mean, honestly, just Mutavault might be able to kill him. I think I bring in Occult Epiphany just as a way to bring a clock in while they're just holding up counter magic. Esper Sentinel also is strangely interesting against them. What are they animating? Oh, sure. You can reanimate a 3/3. They're attacking? Don't you want to block the goblin? Now I don't know. Eagles of the North. Do I just play an Eagles of the North? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 mana. So I can't do everything. I can hit my opponent for 5. I mean, you just play Eagles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They reprieve. I can attack. I guess playing around a reprieve, playing either of these two cards, I could cast them. So that was maybe a bit of a goof. Do this. Surveil. Tamio. She's okay. She's probably better than the average draw, but if I decide to, I can just cycle Eagles of the North to draw something else. They could put me to 2. Holy cow. Wait, Deathrite Shaman might do it. Right? That's 3 plus 5 is... They could put me to 2. Okay. You're not apprentice. With them at 2 is a bit scary. Do they have a sack outlet? Did I play around too much? It's kind of like... This is my fault. I need to get better at this. But when you play against an opponent who's playing really slow, you just try and make plays to progress the game because you feel like you're winning. And what you really need to do is just focus. Like, I have so much extra time I could spend planning my turn. And if I had thought, oh, I could play around Reprieve by just playing Chandra and then playing Teferi instead, that would have made a lot more sense. Now I put myself in a position where I could die. Is Tamio enough? Because I'm dead to Deathrite Shaman. I don't think Tamio is enough. And this only does 4 in the air. Wait, I can't play Eagles and that. So let's plane cycle this. Grab Spar's Headquarters just to shuffle my deck. Arid Mesa. Not looking good. So I can Teferi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need to not die this turn. And I think that involves Teferi bounce Marionette Apprentice and then Chandra kill Deathrite. If they've somehow also have mana drain up at this point, I don't think I can beat that. But Teferi bounce this, Chandra kill this. I go to 2. I think that's the best that I can do. Yeah, I could put my opponent to 1 with Chandra plus Brazen Borrower, but 1 is not 0. They had the mana drain. Wow. This is a really rough game to lose. But my opponent just drew the right cards at the right time. Right? Is there any possible way I could still win this? If I cast Balance, they just activate Deathrite Shaman and then kill me. Don't think there really is. They played well. I could put them to 1. Right, I could kill Myriaden Apprentice, I did a Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shaman's so messed up. You know, hitting Uro would have done it. I couldn't have cast it though. We'll put them, well, I guess they could block. If they don't block, they die. Yeah, they block. Okay, good games, opponent. They take 3, they go to 1. Does this gain life? Each opponent loses life. So they don't gain, they go to 1. I can't deal 1 damage to them. I will concede. See you next round. All right, we'll play against John Kos. Let's go first. Win and die rolls left and right. I mean, this hand has such a good turn 1 that if I draw like Teferi, I think I can play turn 2 Teferi. Yeah, I can play basically any Planeswalker turn 2. So, you know, I'm at the mercy of the top of my deck, but hard to complain with 5 mana on turn 2. Sylvan Safekeeper. Not mad about that one. Delayed Blast Fireball. I like that in this situation. Let's Surveil. Daze. I'm just gonna graveyard that. I'm not like super scared about stuff they have. I'm just trying to find proactive stuff that I can play. I honestly might just hardcast an Eagles of the North next turn. I hope there's more than one Foretell card in the cube. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, I have this board wipe. Abrade the Soul Ring. Okay. That's fine because I still have a bunch of mana. I think I do want to Planescycle just to get it out of my deck, and I can grab... I already have red, I have blue. Grab Spar's Headquarters, that gives me green mana. Orion Revealed. So I'm probably just going to play that, and given that, I want to play this, because I do have some good green cards that I'd like to play. Like if I draw Uro, I'd like to be able to play it. And this is the beauty of stuff like Lorien Revealed. This would just be a land, normally. Ketria Triumph. Okay, so they have some blue mana. Let's hope we draw a Planeswalker this turn. Leyline Binding. Okay, well, we will draw some cards here. Ace Teferi. Not a bad set of cards. Does this hit Planeswalkers? 5 mana to each opponent and each creature they control. So you can't hit Planeswalkers with it, unfortunately. Natural Order. You got it. World Spine Worm. When it dies, create 3 worm tokens. You also got it. So I'm going to play it as safely as I possibly can here. This plays around Force of Will. And we're going to play Jace the Mind Sculptor, because that can bounce the World Spine Worm. And then I'm also going to play it super safe and just hold up Leyline Binding in case something comes in to kill Jace. If I had jammed Teferi there, which is like max value, if they somehow have Force of Will in their deck, which it seems ridiculous, and I know everyone's like, Caleb, you play around everything. I've played against opponents who have decks that look like this and they Force of Will me or Force of Negation me, so I don't think it's that outlandish to play around that kind of stuff when you have a pretty easy line to do so. Chandra uptick red mana. Interesting. Screaming Nemesis. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. Okay, well, this play worked out really nicely with Leyline Binding. Let's Leyline Binding you. And then I think I can just Teferi away the Chandra. But we'll brainstorm and see what we hit. Balance is not great. See what we got. Oh, Bloodbraid Challenger is also pretty good. It doesn't quite kill the Chandra, but it really threatens her. Can I Teferi and hold up anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I think balance is pretty bad. I don't want to hit it off the Bloodbraid Challenger. So I can put back Plundering Falls Arid Mesa. And then we get to go Bloodbraid Challenger. Yeah. And I guess I want to hold up some blue because I could hit like Soul Ring or something. So we'll go like this and play this dude. Cameo is fine, I guess. Get Chandra, and then pass turn. If I had one more mana, I could play Teferi +1 and then hold up Mystic Confluence. So the hope is I could do that this turn. But I think if I'm playing Teferi, I kind of have to downtick on Chandra. It's also possible that I'm supposed to wait to play Bloodbraid Challenger until I can set it up with a Brainstorm. Fiery Confluence. 1 damage to each creature. You know, Bloodbraid Challenger has this little line of text called Escape, also known as Escape. Oh, I could just Fire Ice. Okay, fine. We will play Teferi. Let's uptick Teferi. Discharge creature or planeswalker. Okay. Brainstorm with Jace because I want to hit a land drop if I can. Cool. So let's put back Balance and Temple Garden. I get to go play Talisman, play Jetmir's Garden, and then Fire Ice the Chandra. Cool. Okay, turn off all yields. Let's untap Volcanic and this. And I guess I'm just going to Galvanic Discharge the Chandra. I don't even need to play this Delayed Blast Fireball to Plague Wind at instant speed. They keep a card on top. That's not good. I have Ice. If they channel Emrakul, I guess I die to that. This doesn't look like a channel Emrakul. Questing Beast. Oh. You will get iced. Oop. Oop. Ice. Tap. Do I just let them play stuff? I mean, they're just gonna play the Questing Beast next turn. I could cast a Balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can basically go. Let's shock into Temple Garden. Balance will make me sacrifice 1 land. That seems decent. Then I get to uptick Teferi. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, uptick Teferi lets me hold up Mystic Confluence. Fate Seal Jace. Look at the cards. Use the ability? No. Bloodbraid Challenger. Exile these. Cascade. Coalition Relic. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll just hold it. I mean, I know they're drawing dead, but they're dead no matter what I do, basically. So I think it's fine. it doesn't really matter what happens here. Put a charge counter on this. I mean, I could deck myself. Goldspan Dragon, get in there. Cross the finish line with me, friend. 5 mana. Doo. Fate Seal. Look at the cards. Use the ability. That's gotta be. I mean, I can beat that card, so no. Maybe I shouldn't have let them have that. I don't know. Maybe I can't beat that card the more I think about it. No, I can. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, they're just dead. We'll just pass. Untap these. You can have Through the Breach because I can counter it. Okay, counter this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably should have just bottomed that card. Okay. So they're Natural Order, Through the Breach, Channel, Emrakul stuff. And they have a Chandra. Our deck is good. I don't think I've drawn Baby Teferi once. Oh, you know what? I probably want Unexpectedly Absent to deal with Worldspine Worm. But I have a bunch of Planeswalkers that do it. That's fine. Well, this hand is busted. Soul Ring is not a balanced Magic card. If they have a Braid, it's like a little rough, but like I still have so much stuff in this hand as long as I draw like another land eventually. This is just a beautiful Boros deck. And then I'm going to draw Jace the Mind Sculptor for turn. Jetmir's Garden. Okay, well now my hand's good even if they kill the Soul Ring. Okay, they have Black Lotus. We could just get through the breach Emrakul right now. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, Nissa. All right, Nissa, what do you do? You're completed, so you Rex is its loyalty. Wow, they didn't just kill my Soul Ring? Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that. Um, yep. Just just not killing Soul Ring. They never learn. Um, I need the blue. I guess the Meticulous Archive is probably the best one. So I can play Fable and Archive. Black Lotus is, like I said, could be better. Let's put that on top. I think as long as I'm drawing lands, I maybe have a chance. Because I can next turn. No, I can't actually Goldspan Dragon because I need the red before combat to be able to do that. So these tap lands are coming back to hurt me a little bit. Screaming Nemesis. So they're just trying to aggro me out. Attack me for 4. Let's say that they downtick Nissa on Soul Ring. What am I doing? I mean, I know I can't play Goldspan Dragon. I think I basically have to play Balance here. Dealt damage deals that damage to any other target. I can get a treasure token though. Right? I attack Nissa, this blocks. I get a treasure token. I can't gain life, I can't do that anyway. I just go to a lower life total. If I chump block, yeah, this is pretty tricky. I mean, I get to Treasure Cruise pretty soon. I think the treasure token, is it worth paying 6 life for a treasure token? No. That's the question I'm asking, right? Because this prevents 4 and then this is going to block and deal me 2. I hope they just make a creature here. Ah, they chose correctly. But now if I draw Galvanic whatever, I can kill Nissa. Discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. I don't think we're playing Delayed Blast Fireball. And this untapped land is surprisingly not that good. I mean, there's going to be 4 cards in my bin, so I could just take 7 here and then hope to balance next turn. But I would, if I Treasure Cruise, then I'm down a bunch of stuff. I need Goldspan Dragon to be able to kill Nissa, which I guess is a reason why I maybe wanted to keep the token. They have 3 cards in hand, so I'm up to 6. Gonna go down to 6, 5, 4. So if I balance, I also have to discard a card. I guess I just have to draw an untapped land for Goldspan Dragon, because I just need cards in my discard pile. But why do I need an untapped land this turn? I could discard this. Play balance. Okay, we'll do that. Prevent 7? No, we're balancing next turn. That has to be the play. So we'll discard. I can Treasure Cruise. I want to do that after balance. We'll do this. Okay, that's actually kind of the best case scenario because I get to go Talisman. Jetmir's Garden. Okay, I take a bunch of damage. Oh, but my Fable flips. That's a problem for balance, huh? Yeah, that sucks. Take 7. They probably just kill my Talisman, would be my guess. Yeah, okay, so no new creatures currently. Eternal Witness back Black Lotus, yikes. And I can't like flash in balance or anything. Okay, so what are we doing here? Yeah, this is pretty rough because they get to keep a big creature here. I think given this, I'm just gonna chump block with this dude. We're gonna cycle Oliphant so I can make a land drop here. We'll play Volcanic. I can Treasure Cruise for 1? For 2? Yeah, okay. If I draw the thing that lets me kill Nissa, that would be quite good. I don't. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the problem is they're gonna have an empty hand when I balance. I needed to draw any way to kill Nissa, which I think I only have 1 main deck card that does that anyway. Ah, I guess that works. Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay, playing into balance, I like that. Play land. Or just a creature that doesn't do anything currently. Natural Order for Worldspine Worm. Yikes. Oh, just Questing Beast. Am I dead? I think I'm just dead. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I feel like I need this to deal with They have Black Lotus and they can put some scary stuff into play, so I need that. This card is looking not that good against them because they just have a bunch of big stuff. So they also know about it, so they might play around it on the play. Okay. Soul Ring. Soul Ring, Fable, the Mirror Breaker, turn 2. Not bad. This hand is still not great, but I'm not getting Black Lotus on turn 1 at least. They kept off the Surveil. Don't love it. So we can just do this and then play Temple Garden tapped. Outland Liberator. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Sure. So I get to loot away. Jeez. I guess I discard easy ability, yes. Let's discard Mountain Island. Burrow's pretty nice. Let's attack before they can see what's happening. I wouldn't mind them just trading with the Outland Liberator. Then I get to go Island, green, blue, this, play Uro. Gain 3 life, draw a card, put a thing into play. Ooh. We could play Chandra here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, this is nuts. this is one of the most insane starts. Let's kill you. Not bad. I have 3 mana. Night Cycle. I literally don't know or care what day-night stuff does. Let's uptick Chandra. Arid Mesa cannot cast. Let's attack for 2. And cycle this one. And I guess we will play this and cycle it on their turn. Questing, oh, sneak attack. Let's try and hit Daze here. I could literally just still die to this, unfortunately. Daze? Just, man, I'm flooding so hard. Sneak attack, Black Lotus, kill me? Okay, I'm not immediately dead. We'll take that, but I would like to draw a non-land. Teferi Time Raveler. Excellent, excellent card. Mountain, no. Wow, I'm getting all the lands out of my deck. Okay. We're going to do this. Bounce this. Goldspan Dragon. What a beautiful card it is. You seeing this? Goldspan Dragon. Sacrifice this for some mana. Make a copy of this card. And then I'm going to balance after combat to get rid of their hand. I don't know. That's probably good. The only way they win this, yeah, wait, they just die. Okay, I get to play balance. keep. And then Chandra just killed them next turn. Yes, they had Sneak Attack, Emrakul, World Spineworm, Natural Order. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful play. Okay. I can actually escape Uro here too. But we'll just play it safe. We'll just uptick Chandra and they die. Boop-a-doop. Nice. Wow, what an ending. That deck was so sweet. Round 1 was super unfortunate. I sometimes change the order of the videos, so it might be round 2 in this video, I'm not sure. But yeah, this deck was so fun. I never got to escape Uro, but Teferi, I played him once and he was amazing. Super happy about that. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time.